Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Nirajana here from Leo Tales. In today's video, we are going to take a look at some of my favorite lip tints which I use instead of liquid lipsticks, which are long lasting as well. Starting with the first one, which is the Maybelline Vinyl Ink Shade Lippy. Now this is one of those famous, Instagram made me famous kind of product, and they have a bunch of shades also. This is like a high shine lip gloss, but the best part is that it will leave a nice tint on the lips. I wouldn't call it sticky, but yeah, you can say that it is slightly sticky, but it wouldn't really smudge or like transfer that much or anything. And lippy is such a beautiful daily wear kind of shade. For dry lips, I prefer this formula because even at the end of the day, after all the food and everything, there is still some shade left on the lips, and it is very easy to reapply as well. So that is what I like the most about this particular range. And lippy is definitely a very beautiful shade which will suit all skin types. It can be very flattering also. So Maybelline Vinyl Ink is definitely one of my choices for daily wear lip tints. Now the second one is by the brand Earth Rhythm. They have the Airy Lip Mousse. This was a pleasant surprise, to be honest. They have a wide range of shades, and I love how they have given the swatches on all skin tones also, so you can make a choice. I went with the shade Mossy. Mossy is a cool toned pink kind of shade. It looks a lot darker actually on the wand, but the texture is also like quite creamy, but once when you apply on the lips, it is not typically creamy, but it is not mattifying also. You can layer it without any problem. My lips are basically dry and a bit cracked, but you can see cracks are not visible, and the color payoff is also really nice. It's a beautiful shade. If you give a lip liner, the shade will look better, I guess. It will suit fair to medium skin tones, but then if you are deeper skin tone also, there are so many shades available to pick, so this is a good one to go for. The next one is by RENEE. RENEE is a very famous brand now, and it is their Multi-mousse. It's called Multi-mousse because it has an option where you can apply it as like an eyeshadow or a cheek tint because of that puff, and then you have the regular lip tint part as well. Texture wise, when you swatch it on hand, it is very similar to the Earth Rhythm Airy Mousse. 5 shades are available. I picked the shade Cherry Souffle, which is like a darkest shade of the lot, and this is typically my kind of shade, a red pinkish kind of shade, and it hides my lip pigmentation really well, and I think it complements my skin tone also beautifully. It is mattifying, but it is not like a drying mattifying. It might transfer a little bit maybe here and there, but reapplication is very easy, and there will be some tint left on your lips even after some food or even after a few hours. That is what I like the most about this shade. It's a beautiful shade, good opacity, very affordably priced at around 300 rupees or something. I would say just go for the Multi-mousse Cherry Souffle shade. Now the next one is a famous Korean brand, Peripera. It is their Ink Velvet. We can say like these are like the precursors or the forerunners of all these lip tints that we see these days. So this is my second or third bottle, I guess. First was back in 2016 or 2017 when I was like a huge Korean beauty fan. I still am. So this is the shade Deep Rose. Well, it is not exactly a rose. It is more like a burnt brickish red pinkish kind of shade. I like the shade. It's a very brightening kind of shade. You can wear it even without any makeup. I think for fair to medium skin tone, the shade will look beautiful. But they also have some nice plum shades also. So it will suit all skin types. Like they have a shade range such that it will suit many skin tones. And it does transfer, but even when it transfers, there will be some tint left on the lips. That is what I like. Also, it is not at all drying. So for my kind of dry lips, I wouldn't mind reapplication as long as the color payoff is even and good opacity is there. So I like it. Now the next one is by the brand ILLUMOR. Their nail paints are famous, and now they have lip tints as well. Multiple shades are available, which is good. Pinks, reds, and they're very affordably priced at around 300 rupees also. And ILLUMOR is an Indian brand, and they're a cruelty-free brand as well. Of all the shades, well, I was honestly very confused, and I went with the shade Caramel Toffee. Now, of the lot of all the lip tints that I showed today, the ILLUMOR lip tint is the closest one would come to a mattifying tint because, yeah, I wouldn't call it drying, but it is definitely mattifying. It looks moussey in texture when you swatch it on hand or on the tube, but that's not the case. And it is a nice burnt brick kind of shade, a lighter shade actually. Now, this is a very beautiful and unique shade for sure. But yeah, the point is, if you want a very comfortable application, I would say moisturize your lips in advance, so that's better that way, because for the other tints that is not necessary, but in this case moisturize in advance so that it wouldn't smudge or it wouldn't move around or anything, but it can be a bit drying otherwise. But then it's a nice shade, and it is definitely a very affordable option to go for also. Now let's remove these with some micellar water. As you can see, it's very easy to remove. The lippy, Maybelline lippy did leave some tint, but that's also just, you have to, a bit of an elbow greasing, but you can remove it easily. Overall, these are some lovely lip tints. I would love to know if you have any more brand options available. I would love to check them out. Please mention in the comment section. All the product links are in the description box. You can check that out. If not for these shades, you can pick some other shades also, because the formula is really good. So that's it for today's video. We will meet again. Take care. Bye bye.